Hello students, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Today from mathematics subject, a real numbers topic we are going to learn. So here we have a mathematician called Julius Wilhelm Richard Dedekind. He was born in 1831 and died in 1916. So he was a German mathematician who developed a major redefinition of irrational numbers in terms of arithmetic concepts, who did important work in abstract algebra, algebraic number theory, and foundations of the real numbers. So as our topic name is real numbers, so this mathematician Richard Dedekind, he contributed a lot for the real numbers. So he developed the idea that both rational and irrational numbers could form a continuum with no gaps of real numbers. That means he told that both rational and irrational numbers, they will form a continuous process, a continuous number line which represents real numbers, and he also provided that real numbers have one-to-one relationship with points on a line. Means on a number line, each point will be represented by a different real number. He also said that irrational number would then be that boundary value that separate to especially constructed collections of rational numbers. So these all things you will be learning later. So just we have to know this person, this mathematician Julius Wilhelm Richard Dedekind, he contributed a lot for the real numbers. So actually real numbers means in the beginning we have set of natural numbers starting from 1, set of natural numbers starting from 1, then we have added 0 to them, then we call them as whole numbers, we have added negative numerals to them, we call them as integers, then we added fractions to them, we call them as rational numbers, and some of the numbers which cannot be written in terms of p by q, we kept them separate, we call them as irrational numbers. Now all these numbers together we call them as real numbers. Means real numbers is a superset of other sets. So first number set is natural numbers, next we have whole numbers, next we have integers, next rational numbers. These four are under one group. Irrational number is separate group. Means the numbers which are not rational called as irrational. So these rational numbers, irrational numbers grouped together as real numbers. Already these concepts we learnt already. So next, first synopsis. So what are rational numbers? So our concept is what are rational numbers? So rational number means a number which can be expressed in the form of p by q. Means numerator by denominator, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. These kind of numbers we call them as rational numbers. Here p and q should be integers. Means they can have positive values, they can have negative values. But one condition, q should not be equal to 0. Why q should not be equal to 0? In the denominator place, if we have 0, that value doesn't exist. So that's why in a number which is in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, that kind of numbers we call them as a rational numbers. So here the set of rational numbers is denoted by the capital letter Q. So the symbol for rational number set is Q. Q equals to, in the flower brackets, we can mention the rational numbers like 1, fractions like 1 by 2, 3 by 4, or terminating decimals like 0.25 or 0.6 bar, non-terminating repeating decimals. All these belongs to rational numbers. We can represent them with the symbol Q. Here the Q comes from the word quotient, because here P by Q means what we are doing? We are taking the quotient of P and Q. So from that word quotient, we have derived this Q. So examples of rational numbers: 0 is a rational number, minus 1 is a rational number, 3 by 4 rational number, minus 2 by 3 rational number. So like this, we have all rational numbers. The word rational number also derived from the word ratio, because here we are taking the ratio of numerator and denominator. So that's why from the word ratio, they named it as rational number. They named it as rational number. Next. So operations on rational numbers. So first one, addition. We have mathematical operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So now we are checking how these operations will work out for rational numbers. In that, first one is addition. Addition of rational numbers. So before adding rational numbers, we have to keep some things in mind. That is, first step is, first express each rational number with positive denominator. Denominator to be positive. Suppose if we have 5 by minus 6, here we have negative denominator. We have to make it positive. How to make it positive? By multiplying with minus 1, both numerator and denominator, we can make it into positive. 5 into minus 5 by minus 6 into minus 1, 6. Or simply, if we have minus 5 by, if we have 3 by minus 4, simply this minus we can keep up, minus 3 by 4. Like that we can write. So before adding the rational numbers, first step is denominator to be positive. Denominators to be positive. Okay. If the denominators of both the rational numbers are same, then their numerators then we have to add their numerators and we have to divide them with common denominator. Common denominator. Common denominator. If denominators are same, we have to add the numerators. If there is any possibility, we have to divide both with common denominator. If the denominators are different, then we have to express them as equivalent rational numbers with the same denominator, and then we have to add them. If denominators are different, we have to make the denominator same. Then we can add them. So if you see one example, you will understand better. Suppose here we have these rational numbers. We have to find their sum. We have to find their sum. So how to find their sum? Simply we can take the LCM, because denominators are different. Denominators are different. We can take the LCM. So 9, 12, 18. The LCM is 36. LCM is 36. 9 4 times 36 into numerator minus 4 plus 12 3 times 36 into numerator 15 plus 18 2 times 36 numerator minus 7. Numerator minus 7. Like this we have to take the LCM. Now 4 4 times minus 16, 3 15 times 45, 2 7 times 14, minus into plus minus, minus 14 by 36. First positive numbers we have to add. Minus 16 minus 14 minus 30. Sorry. Positive plus 45 we have. Negative minus 16 minus 14 minus 30. So plus 45 minus 30 results in plus 15. So plus 15 by 36. So like that, with the help of LCM, we can add them. So after getting the result, we have to check, is there any possibility of cancellation with the common factor? 3 5 times 15, 3 12 times 36. So the answer is 5 by 12. So in this way, we can add the rational numbers. So here, these rational numbers, they will obey some kind of properties. So let's check the properties during the addition of rational numbers. So first property is closure property. So let A by B, C by D are two unique. Unique means different. One and only one. Such kind of number is exist, one and only one. So unique rational numbers such that their sum A by B plus C by D is also a rational number, then we can say that they will obey closure property under addition. Means, suppose if minus 5 by 12 is a rational number, minus 1 by 4 is a rational number, unique rational numbers. We are adding both of them. What we got? We got minus 2 by 3, which is also a rational number. Means if we have two rational numbers, if their sum also a rational number, we can tell that they will obey closure property. Who will obey? Rational numbers obey closure property where? In addition, during addition. Okay. Next, commutative property. Suppose if we have A by B and C by D, two unique rational numbers we have. Such that if we add first and second, or if we add second and first, if the result is same, then we can say that they obey commutative property under addition. Means two different rational numbers, we can add them in any way. If the result is same, we can tell that they are following commutative property. We can check with the example. 3 by 5 plus 11 by 7. 3 by 5 plus 11 by 7. Here 517 LCM is 85. 5 17s 85. 17 3s are 51. 17 5s 85. 5 11s are 55. 51 plus 55, 106 by 85. Here LHS part. This LHS part we have done. Next, let's see the RHS part. Just we are changing the order. Then also we are getting the result same. Means we can add as in the LHS or as in the RHS. But the result is same. So they are following commutative property. So rational numbers are following commutative property under addition. Next, associative property. If we have three rational numbers, such that 1 plus 2 kept in a bracket, third is separate, 1 is kept separate, 2 plus 2 grouped together. Means they are adding three rational numbers by grouping two different rational numbers at first instance it is different, at second time it is different. So if they are equal, if they add in this manner or in this manner, if the result is same, then we can say that they are following associative property. Okay, means three rational numbers we can add in any order. We can group 1 and 2, then we can add with 3. Or we can keep one separate. We can group 2 and 3 rational numbers. So if we take three rational numbers like this, if we take three rational numbers like this, we are grouping 1 and 2 here. 2, 7, LCM 14. 2, 7 times 14. 7, 1 is 7. 7, 2 times 14. 2, 3 times 6. 5 by 9 separate. It is like that only. We will keep like that only. 7 plus 6, 13 by 14. 5 by 9 same as it is. 49 LCM 126. 49 LCM 126. 14 9 times 126. 9 13 times 117. 9 14 times 126. 14 5 times 70. These two add 187 by 126. If we add the rational numbers in the order of LHS, we are getting 187 by 126. If we add as in the form of RHS, say then also we will get the result same. Means what does it represent? We can add in any order. Result will be the same. So what we can say, they follow associative property under addition. Associative property under addition. So here commutative property for two rational numbers. Two rational numbers can be added in any order. Associative means three rational numbers can be added in any order. So next, additive identity or rule of zero, or we can call it as role of zero. Role of zero means if for a rational number A, if we add 0, or for 0, if a rational number is added, then the value is A only. The given rational number value doesn't changes its identity, by adding 0 or if added to 0. So that's why this 0 is called additive identity of A. Additive identity of A or any rational number. Additive identity of any rational number, because by adding any rational number to 0, its value doesn't changes. It won't lose its identity. Its value will be the same. So that's why 0 is called additive identity element regarding the rational numbers, or identity element in addition. Identity element in addition. So 0 is a rational number such that sum of any rational number and 0 is rational number itself. 7 by 9 plus 0, 7 by 9. 0 plus 7 by 9, 7 by 9. Like this, both are same. So like that, in addition, identity element will exist for rational numbers, which is nothing but 0. So we have a negative also for a rational number, or negative we can call, or we can also call it as additive inverse. Additive inverse of a rational number. Why it is called additive inverse means, which when added to the given rational number, result will be 0. Suppose if we have a rational numbers P by Q and R by S, if we add both of them, if the result is 0, why the result is 0? Because in addition, they are opposite to each other. That's why they have cancelled and the answer is 0. Suppose, and the answer is 0. If answer is 0, then what we can call, first one is additive inverse of second one, or second one is additive inverse of first one. Like that we can call. If we have 3 by 4, a rational number, if we add what rational number, the answer will be 0, because we have to add a opposite. Means already one rational number is there. If we add negative of that, opposite of that, so then both of them will get cancelled, answer will be 0. So that's why this is called negative of a rational number or additive inverse of a rational number. Suppose if the given rational number is negative, then what should be added? What should be added to it for making the sum 0? For that, we have to take negative. Means minus of minus 2 by 4. We have to take. So minus minus get cancel. It will become plus 2 by 4. Minus 2 by 4 plus 2 by 4 cancel. Result will be 0. So in addition, we will be having identity element which is 0. In addition, we will be having a negative rational number or additive inverse which is nothing but, if a by b is the rational number, its negative is minus a by b. Just we have to change the sign. Both numerator and denominator will be the same. Suppose find the additive inverse. Additive inverse. So here what they are asking, additive inverse of negative of a rational number. They are asking additive inverse of negative of a rational number minus 2 by 311, minus 23 by 11. So here negative of a rational number. First given rational number is minus 23 by 11. First we have to take this part. Negative of a rational number. Negative of a rational number means we have to keep minus. Minus of minus 23 by 11. It will become plus. Plus 23 by 11. So up to this part, what answer we got? Plus 23 by 11. Now they are asking additive inverse of plus 23 by 11. So additive inverse of plus 23 by 11 means again we have to change the sign. So minus 23 by 11 means 2 times we are taking negative. Because of negative word first time, because of additive inverse word second time. So what happens? Additive inverse of negative of means 2 times negative we are taking of a rational number equal to itself. If 1 time negative we do means sign will change. Again negative we do means it will have again same sign. So additive inverse of negative of any rational number is itself, because 2 times we are changing the sign. Okay children, what we have learned today? So Julius Wilhelm Richard Dedekind, he contributed a lot regarding the real numbers. So real numbers is the superset of all other number sets like natural, whole, integers, rational numbers. So rational numbers are separate, irrational numbers are separate. So rational numbers means which are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers. Q is not equal to 0. Their symbol is q, derived from the word quotient. Their name is rational number, derived from the word ratio. So how to add rational numbers? First the denominator to be positive, then we can make them equal to common denominator. We can divide them if there is any common factor. Like that we can add just by taking the LCM and dividing with common denominator. We can find the LCM. What are the properties of addition? Closure property, which means if 2 rational numbers are there, if we add them, if the result is also a rational number, then we can tell that they will obey closure property. Commutative property, if we have 2 unique different rational numbers, we can add them in any order, result will be the same. Associative means if we have 3 different rational numbers, we can add them in any order, result will be the same. What is additive identity? During addition of rational numbers, there exists an identity element such as 0. So by adding to 0, the rational number value does not changes, or it won't lose its identity. So that's why 0 is called additive identity. We have negative of a rational number, or it is also called additive inverse of a rational number such that if you add both the rational number and its negative, result will be 0. Result will be 0. So first one is the additive inverse of second one. Second one is the additive inverse of first one. How to make a additive inverse? Just we have to change the sign of the given rational number. If it is positive, we have to make it negative. If it is already negative, we have to make it positive. So if we do negative 2 times for a rational number, it will be equal to itself. It will be equal to itself. Okay, children, that's all for today. So thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. Thank you. Have a good day.